The state government have just handed down their budget. Now, this has been a really interesting budget. It has got some really shocking statistics when it comes to debt and deficit in South Australia. We know we're carrying a huge amount of debt. There's no plan to pay that down. But what we've also seen is the government below budget after budget after budget, major cost overruns in a whole range of projects. A community swimming centre in the North Adelaide Parklands blowing out by $55 million. Roads projects blowing out, hospital projects blowing out, worthy projects, but no financial management. Sadly, what we've come to know of how Labor governments operate over decades, really. Now, what does this mean for South Australians? Well, we talk a lot about debt and it sort of rolls off the tongue, these big figures, but when government agencies blow their budgets by a combined total of over $1 billion, when increased GST and revenue streams are actually squandered before they even get a chance to be allocated to new things, this has a big impact on South Australians. That impact is inflationary. So every time your interest rate rises, it's Labor's interest rate rise on your bills, your household bills. We know that in the last year, South Australians have had to come up with an extra $20,000 compared to the same time this last year as to how they're going to pay these bills. You add up all the interest rate rises, all the extra costs on fuel and food, and that's an extra $20,000. Now, most households that I'm aware of don't have that money just sitting around, and that's what Labor has delivered. And no cost of living relief in sight, no additional cost of living relief on energy bills, no support to get our most vulnerable through the hard times. And your average household in suburban Adelaide or regional South Australia sees no more support than they're getting at the moment. This is a budget that's filled with red ink. South Australia's firmly in financial trouble, and I'm afraid Labor's not coming up with any solutions.